Cuthbert. Now the term larger than life is used loosely, but Tony was larger than life. All of us who knew him, not only in stature, he was 7'6" high, but his character. He would be here before the ducks woke up in the morning. At dawn, you would hear his booming voice across the lake. He wasn't so keen on the swimming, I think. He'd just come for the socialness of the club. But Tony did like the odd refreshment. And Tony and Sandra organised some fantastic Christmas parties. Sometimes at Imperial, sometimes here next door. And Tony enjoyed the odd refreshment at the party. And on one occasion, he found himself in the lake, accompanied with his bike, and Ian Stoddard walking along beside him. So I think that was after midnight. But he's a wonderful man and we miss him, and Sandra's just going to give us, and also our great anthem in the duck poo, Tony penned himself. Is that right, Sandra?
Correct.
And we do change the words a little each year, but basically it's the same song. And Sandra's going to just give us a little few words.
Yeah, just a couple quick words. First thing, the Christmas party thing. Tony and myself were handed the privilege of organizing the Christmas party by Norman Lorraine, who had run it themselves for years and years and years, and that never gets mentioned. And then Tony and I did it, and now it's become more spread out and done by other people, which is great news. And I'm afraid I'm usually not around these days to attend it. Tony Cuthbert was a larger-than-life character. He was very friendly to newcomers in the club, and one of the things that Tony always did when he came early in the morning, and Tony did love swimming. He used to swim a lot, even though he loved the social parts as well. But when people were new to the club, Tony would say good morning. And Tony got really fed up with people that would just go, yeah, good morning. And Tony in his booming voice, on one of his early morning swims, there was a pleasant morning and quite a few newcomers. Tony said good morning, and people went like, Tony said, good morning. In our club, we're friendly. We say good morning. And Tony reported that that particular clutch of people always said good morning when they saw Tony. So it's good that the legacy of the club carries on with lots of friendly people. However, last year when I presented Tony's cup, I felt like I was in an alien place, as I do to some extent now, because having swum through the winters for a decade or more, there's strangers here, and you must, those that don't know me, which probably most of you don't, you must think, who is this Tony Cuthbert? This is completely mad. So I brought some photos to show that Tony Cuthbert was a real person and had a life. The club was very important to him. He was also a filmmaker, and he was also used to do eventing. So the pictures, and people can come and look at them if they so wish, but this is Tony Cuthbert with Morecambe and Wise from his film days. This is Tony Cuthbert with Donald Sinden, who himself just died recently. This is Tony Cuthbert with the famous Brian of notoriety of the Serpentine. This is Ian Stoddard and myself and Tony on a summer's day when I hadn't been swimming. And this is Tony having won a cup. And that is Tony. That's the funny one, because when Tony did eventing and he did hunting as well, Tony took that outfit and used it for the sexy old clothes race on many occasions. But it was a real his riding gear, which is going to be given away. He used here, so that's quite funny in a real photo. So in any event, now that's Tony, a real person. Thank you very much for coming, and we have the prizes to be given. However, one last final thing. Last year, there was a Manet exhibition at the Royal Academy, and Manet was Tony's favorite artist, French of that period. this year, and I brought presents, mainly posters and so forth, but I don't think they went down very well last year. And stationery from Manet, and a lots of stuff from the exhibition. So this year I thought I'm just going to get DVDs because everybody likes DVDs. I think. Well, I hope. I mean, some people do. They're actually, that's for grandkids, but they're actually probably DVDs are going out. My next year, I don't know if people will be watching them. But I bought from the Rubens exhibition. I just brought one thing, which was the book, which was a great exhibition, by the way, because of all the other people. In any event, Tony would have liked it. So thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Miss Rose, who's been away, but welcome back, Miss Rose. And she brought me tea bags.
The winner today was Tory.
Yay!
Well done, Tory. Can we get a photo? Around. Oh, around Tory.
The dog was in there.
That's yours. You should. Sorry.
You already broke it.
Frozen?
Please don't sell the price to buy trousers.
Danny, down with the kids.
Second, Nick.
Nick, he's gone.
Sakura.
Oh, Sakura's there. Sakura will pick it up.
She's got a prize already.
Oh, she's got a dog. Take a prize for Nicholas. He would have won Frozen, but...
I'll have to borrow it.
That is wonderful.
And James.
James Norton. Right. Alan.
Alan, yay!
Well done, Alan. Good man.
Will. Dan Luckhurst.
Norman.
What? Frozen. What do you want? I like that one.
Naomi.
Well done. Yeah. I'll have the photos. Yeah, that is
Deidre. After swimming 10K this morning.
So before we do the presentation, we have another presentation. And those of you who are London viewers, so Mr. William Dealey, would you step forward?
That's a nice piece of ass.
Andrew assures me he had nothing to do with it. But, you know,
Turn around, Bill.
Stand on the table.
yeah, this trip trended worldwide. Twitter went bananas. And he's got copyright now. Oh yeah. We're starting Wednesday races. When?
First Wednesday of May.
First Wednesday of May. What time?
7:30.
7:30 a.m. Wednesday races, 110 yards.
Wow.
But
Fly.
you can do it, butterfly. And last week, Angie Johnson did the Paris Marathon.
And her sister. And her sister.
And a sister.
Yeah.
What's the sister's name?
Rosie.
Rosie. Well done, Rosie.
Rosie.
So, please join me in honour of Tony Cuthbert and welcome Sandra, his great partner. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray!
Thanks.
Next week's race is, what's next week, Ron?
Ron the Con, I think.
Ron the Con next week!
440 yards.